Hey guys, this is Aegis, and I've got here a game between IdrA, EG's IdrA over here as the green Zerg player, and his opponent is IdrA's other favorite race. He is playing as the purple Protoss player. He is going to be DREAMlegosu. Yeah, I'll just call him Dream or Legosu. So we have it here. The Xel'Naga Caverns. This is from ESL. I think it's the European Star League or something like that. I'm not too sure. And so IdrA here is spawning as the green Zerg player, and of course his most favorite race, the Protoss player. We'll see what he decides to do against EG's IdrA. He is currently making probes as any good Protoss, non-cheesing Protoss would. So IdrA should be happy to see this. We'll see if this game goes to the long term, which does favor IdrA a little bit. I was notified that my latest recordings were pretty bad. I did listen to it a little bit, and yes, it was pretty bad. I'm gonna have to fix my Skype recording settings. Not sure what's wrong with those yet, but I will have it fixed for the next time I do some dual casting, so that we don't get funny echoes and a poor sound quality. That is not something that we want in any of these recordings. And Legosu is getting his assimilator up right now. His gateway is about halfway complete, as a normal Protoss player should have it at this point in time. We have his probe checking for a natural expansion, and IdrA is going for the pull first and also grabbing a gas. So he is going to be able to get out a couple of early Zerglings just in case of any sort of pylon blockage at his natural expansion. Of course, everyone knows IdrA's tendencies to macro really hard, so generally people do like to prevent that from happening. Legosu throwing down his cybernetics core. We'll see what kind of build he decides to go for real soon, depending on whether or not he grabs this gas, and depending on what tech structures he decides to make in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So IdrA is grabbing his natural expansion. He's getting enough gas soon to grab that Zergling speed. He's has only one guy on gas on purpose, just to be able to get enough gas just in time. We'll see what he decides to go for real soon. He still hasn't thrown down that Zergling speed yet. Perhaps he's going for something else. We'll see in just a second. So I'll just come back here, and there is a Zella out trying to deny that drone, but the drone does get in here. It does see the gases. It will see the other gas as well. IdrA's drone does get out of there. It sees that there's no gas, and the cybernetics core is also researching the warp gate research, and the second gateway is on the way. So this is pointing towards a little bit of aggression early on, because there's no gas. And finally the stalker does pop out, and that drone is definitely dead. One more shot, and down it goes. The drone gets killed off. Legosu throwing up another pylon. IdrA over here is making a couple of Zerglings. He does have a couple of Zerglings out here chasing after a probe. We'll be able to clean that up real soon. Sending a couple of drones out to the natural expansion. Second queen is on the way, laying a creep tumor over there, and she will be able to poke away at that probe. Down goes the probe. Does not see what IdrA is doing, but it does note that the natural expansion is up, and we have 2 additional gateways, or 1 additional gateway now finishing up. So it's currently looking like he may try to grab an expansion, but he hasn't gone for that second gas, so it's a really strange looking build right now. And there comes up the pylon on the outside, so we'll see if he decides to go for that expansion. Should probably be trying to do so. A couple of Zerglings going to be poking in here, and they do see that there's no expansion, or there is an expansion coming up. He said exactly the opposite of what I wanted to say. The assimilator is on the way for Legosu, so he will be able to get a couple of extra sentries. There are Zerglings congregating in the center of the map, going to be having a little festival over here. IdrA is getting up his Roach Warren. 5 more drones popping out right now, so he's definitely droning pretty hard right now. And there's the Roach Warren as well as the Evo Chamber. His Zergling speed is finished, and there's Zerglings who will be coming in here. Every sentry that they can pick off is going to be damage dealt to Legosu, and he's trying to bring all his units in here. He spent a couple of force fields already. IdrA's Zergling push did lose a couple of Zerglings. He did lose, well, we'll say six Zerglings, but that is well worth the sentries, because the sentries do gain value over time because of that energy. It's already racking up the energy. We'll see if those Horse Fields are able to trap any sort of Zerg units later on. Roach is now on the way. The melee attack level 1 is also on the way and grabbing the gas at his natural expansion, so IdrA is starting to make some units. We'll see if he decides to push off of this +1, and that could be a timing push that he is going for. Zerglings coming in here trying to do some additional damage. Workers killed, not any additional workers getting killed off over there. Zerglings taking a break in the backside, moving them away. 2 more force fields expended, so Legosu is actually wasting some force fields here, taking off yet another probe. A couple of more Zerglings getting picked off over there, but IdrA does not care. He is securing a food lead already. He's got his roaches out on the field. 6 more drones on the way, feeling very comfortable seeing what Protoss does have out on the field. The creep is starting to spread across the field as well. The roaches taking out the rocks at the center of gold expansion. Protoss also moving out to the Xel'Naga watchtower. Legosu is now headed towards the golden rocks. It does see that they are being taken down. IdrA will be backed up. Right now he's sending his roaches back to his base. He's got 7 more roaches on the way. Couple popping there right now. And Legosu is going to retreat all the way back to his base. This is good to get the Zerg player to make a couple extra units off of those larvae instead of just making straight drones for a long period of time. And we do have IdrA now pushing forward out across the map. He's got a lot of roaches. The roaches do not yet have their glial reconstitution, so they are slow roaches, and they will be committed to this. They decide to go for this, and it looks like IdrA is coming in here. He's got his roaches, a couple of Zerglings on the way. He's still making drones here. The sentry does go down, and the Zerglings roaches trying to do some damage there. They are taking some damage as well. It looks like Legosu will not be going after those roaches as they retreat across the map. This may be a little bit of a mistake as IdrA is grabbing the gold expansion. If Legosu lets that gold expansion get up, IdrA will be so far ahead that I don't know if he will be able to get back into this. He is even it up in terms of food count, but IdrA is getting the infestation kit. He is getting additional Zerglings. He does have the melee attacks level 2 on the way, as well as the pneumatized carapace for the overlords, so that they do move a little faster. It looks like those stalkers are trying to do some damage against this hatchery. Will not happen. The roaches and the Zerglings are over here already. IdrA is backing up a little bit, waiting for some additional units, actually canceling the gold expansion. Does not want to engage this Protoss ball yet, and it looks like a robotics facility is about to finish, and a forge is on the way for Legosu as well. The gold hatch getting retaken by IdrA, not breaking down these rocks yet. He could take this expansion real soon. He does have a lot of units out in the field right now. The Queen is spreading the creep all the way into the center. Soon it will reach the Protoss gold expansion. And the forge is almost complete. A Twilight Council is on the way as well. Did he cancel? No, he didn't. There it is. There's a Twilight Council coming up next to the robotics facility. We have observers on the way as well. IdrA now spreading some overlords across the map, going to make sure that he sees everything that's going on, even a nice Zergling placement over here, seeing when a Legosu decides to take this base, and there are a couple of stalkers now coming down to clean up that Zergling, and IdrA will know that it is the Protoss player trying to take yet another base. The 2 gases getting taken at the gold expansion, a couple of drones long distance mining. IdrA taking out the back rocks over here, will be able to secure that expansion real soon. A couple of Zerglings in the position to be able to pick off any expansion or stalkers that try to go down there. Zerglings even spawning over here at the gold expansion. And the Zerglings repositioning themselves for just a second. And it looks like Legosu is finally headed over there to be able to secure this expansion. IdrA's got to get the Zerglings moving. Looks like IdrA will not get his Zerglings moving in time. A couple of Zerglings do back up over there, and they are delaying this expansion just a little bit. That probe not quite there yet to throw down that expansion, and IdrA is in a pretty good position. He's even got the infestors out in the field already. Blink is finishing up, but the fungal growth will be able to deny any sort of blink back. 22 Zerglings in the production queue. IdrA 157 to food to 123. Finally, our Protoss player grabbing his 3rd expansion. IdrA is probably looking to take his 4th real soon. We'll see when he decides to take that. As IdrA is approaching max 162 food, and Neural Parasite is on the way as well. Another hatch is on the way at the 4th base. We'll get additional production as well as 1 additional mining base. Always staying ahead of our Zerg player in production. LeGusu actually throwing up a pretty nice wall over here with 3 gateways as well as a couple of photon cannons. There are 2 pylons here powering it as well, and IdrA's massing up over here, getting ready for that push. Zerglings now swinging to the bottom side. We'll see how much damage he is able to do over here. The buildings are still under construction. Stalkers blinking forth. They're trying to do some damage against those Zerglings, and it looks like LeGusu is getting his army split up a little because of the fast Zerg units, and here comes IdrA through the side. That Immortals toast all of the Zerglings running through. Very nice horse heals from LeGusu, but his food count is very, very low. Got the Stalkers fungal growth on them, losing all their shields very rapidly. Yet another fungal growth going down. Look at this group of Stalkers all going down at the same time. And these units over here are dropping to orange health, and it looks like IdrA is backing up, but 40 Zerglings in production going to be popping right now. 46 Zerglings in production. Look at the macro out of IdrA. He's even got an Ultralisk Cavern on the way. He's going to be pushing once again, rallying his forces 4th. And LeGusu has got to hold this off. He's only at 99 food, and Infestors still have plenty of fungal growth left in them. IdrA now on 4 bases, probably looking to take a 5th. And here comes a Protoss player trying to sneak through the side, and it looks like the Zerglings will be able to catch his position. Zerglings coming forth, a couple of okay force heals. We've got the Infestor throwing down a Neural Parasite, and the Stalkers blinking forth, but the Zerglings cleaning house over there. GG out of LeGusu. IdrA has taken this game against LeGusu, and there is 1 additional game or 2 additional games. I don't know exactly how many games were played, IdrA versus LeGusu, but I downloaded all of the ones that I could find, and we'll see how it goes. I don't remember what map it is, but if you do enjoy what you see here, please do subscribe.